Hello, stars. Welcome to Star 11 Tarot. Today, I will be doing a February weekly love forecast for the sign of Pisces. Most of the readings will be in sequence from week to week. Some will not. If a reading seems out of place for you, it's because that reading is resonating with someone else in need of a message for that particular week. So without further ado, let's get started. I will be reading 2 cards for each week of the month. Some of the readings may be occurring presently. Some of them will go well into March. For tarot can be a little off related to timing, by a few weeks. Okay, so I apologize for being a few days late for your reading. So you actually may be already experiencing some of these things, but possibly not. Like I said, again, it can be off a few weeks. All right, so week 1. You have the 9 of Swords and the 4 of Cups. Nine of Swords, 4 of Cups. This week I'm getting energies for you of the way the tarot, not just me, but the tarot is showing this. But there's a lot of insomnia, worry, and fears. Okay, so now when you bring it, and that's with, use my pen, sorry. So that's with, because this is the 9. I'm pointing because this deck is different. This is the 9 here. So when you bring in this 4 of Cups energy here, there's a lot of possible fear of rejection or trying to make something right, or fear of not being good enough. All right. So, or what you have to offer, maybe you don't feel that it's wanted or appreciated. So unless you have concrete facts of this, it's possible that with this 9 of Swords energy here, that all of this is possibly mental conflict. This doesn't mean that this is actually happening. This could just be you being in your own mind, being too hard on yourself. You have a skewed perception. It's not fact. So since swords are mental, if you don't have any concrete evidence of having these feelings of not being good enough or not being appreciated, I mean, you have to look at the bigger picture and make sure that this other person is actually showing you these things. Make sure that it's not just in your own thoughts that you're causing this worry and insomnia about it, this fear. Okay, so you may just be being too hard on yourself. If you're not being too hard on yourself and you feel like, no, this is concrete, this is the way it is, it's possible that, because sometimes this card here can represent a feeling of guilt, or maybe you just wish you would have done something differently. And I know this is not easy, but I believe that things will definitely improve. I think things will improve. I hope they do. Okay, week 2. You have 3 of Wands and Page of Pentacles. But this week you're awaiting results of maybe what you've put in, or something, maybe you haven't put in a lot of it yet, but there's something that hasn't been going on very long, again with this page. But maybe it feels like it's been long because it's a page. So things are going fairly slowly. So this 3 energy is you awaiting. You're awaiting something to come in. You're trying to take your time, but again, it's taking a little bit longer. So this is showing some progress because you've moved past the 2s. You're now in a 3. 2s, which are plans and decisions. Now you're actually awaiting for your ships to come in, meaning that there's progress for you. You're ready to see the reward. And the page is a good sign that things will work out in your favor. As I said, this feels new because the page is all about newness, but the pentacle, the Page of Pentacles, is pretty level-headed. So there's a lot of thought that's given before a decision is made. This again is if you're waiting for someone or waiting to see the progress. A lot of thought is given with these pentacles. They like to make sure things are in order before they make a decision. But I believe that things are favorable for you. I think this is a love connection that, that's moving along, but it feels like it's a snail's pace. This combination is about being certain that the connection works best for you before you decide to take the plunge. So that's either your energy or your person's energy. You just want to make sure things are right before you really move forward, before you really make that full decision. All right, pretty good. Week 3, you have, okay, the Sun and the 8 of Cups. Okay, the Sun and the 8 of Cups. This feels very inconsistent emotionally. And if we look at the prior weeks, I feel like maybe you're being indecisive about your feelings. I think it's possible that maybe you're unsure of where things will go. Because the Sun is about happiness, bliss, joy, expansion, which I believe those are your hopes. The 8, that's, about walking away, and or leaving something behind, walking away. And maybe that's because there's a lack of movement. Maybe you're feeling like you should leave because you aren't seeing the progress. Maybe that's what it is. You're thinking about walking away because you aren't seeing the Sun energy for this connection. But like I said before, remember, the Pentacle energy is slow. So if the pace isn't up to your standards, then maybe you're feeling like, I need to walk away from this. Maybe you've gained some clarity, because this could be clarity as well. So if the pace isn't up to your standards, then maybe you've gained some clarity about this connection, and it's not the best for you, for what you need. And that could be why you're walking away. So you could look at that 2 different ways. But if you're solely basing this on pace because you want it to move further and everything else seems okay, then maybe you should just stick it out just a tad bit longer. Just see how it goes. Don't wait around forever. I definitely don't mean that. But again, you have this Pentacle energy this week, this reading. That Pentacle is there, and that person, that's just how they are. They are interested, but snail is their nickname. That's just what it is for them, okay? So I think maybe that's again what this is saying. You really want this. It's taking too long, and you're starting to feel like, am I wasting my time? I might want to just leave. And on top of leaving, I might just want to leave without even giving an explanation. Maybe, because here, this man is sleeping. This lady's walking away, and she's left the trail of emotions behind her. And this guy has no idea. Your emotions run pretty deep, because the ocean here signifies how deep your emotions are. This is signifying your emotions here, the ocean. So, okay, guys, this is pretty heavy too, emotionally. This is week 3. Okay, Pisces, you have week 4, which is the 2 of Wands and the King of Pentacles. 2 of Wands, King of Pentacles. So this is, I feel like this is pressing through, looking at the bigger picture, and continuing on with plans. This too can also represent crossroads, which I think you've been at so far in this reading. There's a lot of back and forth, not sure which way you should go. This could also signify beginnings in a relationship. You have the King of Pentacles this time. You had a page over here. I'm telling you, this Pentacle energy is really strong. And Pentacles are one of the best to me. It's all personal. It's all, individual. But the Pentacle is good. The Pentacle is good if you want commitment and something stable. So there might be some movement, because you got a page here, and now you have this King. Okay, so let me make sure this is back in the frame. Okay, so also, again, this can represent a long distance relationship. So I don't know, maybe that's an issue with you guys. Maybe you're having that. The Two of Wands can signify a long distance relationship. The king is very solid and secure. He's accomplished. He doesn't bring a lot of movement, which I said before. He or she is grounded, and they're not much of a risk taker. They're very methodical with how they decide to do things. They're not rushing in, nor can they be swayed either. So, they're not going to conform. Their pace is their pace, their time is their time. They may be showing you what, some of the cards they have on the table, but until they're absolutely ready, again, but this king is serious business. This is about stability and togetherness and growth in family. Um, when you think of a person that, when you have a pentacle energy, a king, this is about building wealth and passing that on generations. This is a really good card, especially if some of you one day want marriage. That's the way to go. But I feel like with this king, this is telling me that this person does want movement. So don't worry about that. If you're still in their field of vision, you're still there, they're still with you or trying to be with you, this means they want you too. They want movement as well. All right. So this week is pretty good. This week is pretty good. I'm looking at this like the new beginnings with this King of Pentacle energy that's either here or it's coming in. Okay, Pisces, your week ended on an awesome note, and I hope you all are pleased with your reading. Okay, so thanks for watching, and please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, keep shining. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.